What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome to r/AskReddit, where someone's ex-wife just can't help her compulsion to always have to be right. Sorry about no webcam today, there's just a few reasons going on, but yeah, it'll be back on Wednesday. Alright, so the AskReddit question was, what's the funniest way you've ever seen a lawyer or defendant blow a court case? Not a lawyer, but a friend of mine was a pretty well-known DUI lawyer in Westchester County before he died. He had a client who was found asleep in his car, and the New York State Police arrested him for DWI. He was over the limit, and at the time, the keys had to be in the ignition for it to be considered a DUI. The car could be off, but the keys had to be in the ignition. So my buddy has the arresting trooper up on the stand and asks him 3 times if he's swearing under oath that he actually, with his 2 little trooper eyes, saw the keys in the actual ignition of the car my buddy's client was driving at the time of the arrest. Yes, counselor, the trooper says. According to my buddy, when a cop testifying in court calls an attorney counselor, he's not being respectful. Gave him 3 tries to walk it back and then nails him. You are aware that my client drives a Prius. Bam! Case dismissed. I mean, well played. That is well done. That's a very good attorney to point that out and make the entire case go away just based off of that. From a friend who was a Baltimore prosecutor. Defendant is functioning as his own attorney. On the stand is the prime witness and victim in the rape case at hand. The defendant is cross-examining her with all the Perry Mason he can muster. Defendant: now let me get this straight. You say you bit your attacker on the left chest. The left chest. Witness: yes, that's right. The defendant yanks open his shirt, displaying a scar on his right chest in the shape of a bite mark. Defendant: let the record show I was bitten on my right chest. The defense rests. Witness: my left. Defendant: objection, Your Honor. Oh, there's a saying about the man who represents himself in court has an idiot for a client. If you ever find yourself in a legal situation, don't represent yourself in court. It will not end well for you. And that's basically a guarantee. You will not end up the winner there. I'm not a legal professional. However, I found it necessary to represent myself on a custody matter of my daughter who was being physically abused by her mother. My daughter came to live with me, and the day she arrived, she had a bruise on the side of her face. She told me her mother had sucker slapped her and bounced her face off the refrigerator door handle. Reported to the police and CAS with no results. Skip ahead to almost 2 years of making myself knowledgeable on court procedures and self-representation, and I knew that regardless of the issues, my ex could never resist the need to correct me. Appearing in front of the Superior Court Justice with my ex and her lawyer, the justice asked me what was this about my ex slapping my daughter. I informed him of the bruise on her face, and my daughter told me her mom had slapped her. My ex went into a rage, yelling that she would never hit her daughter and that I was making this up to paint her out to be a bad mother. I looked at my ex and said, our daughter told me that you slapped her and bounced her face off the liquor cabinet. Without missing a beat, my ex said, it wasn't the liquor cabinet, it was the refrigerator. Her lawyer did a facepalm, and the court justice winked at me as he put it over for a final hearing to award me custody. Sweet justice. Well, sometimes you can actually represent yourself and be successful at it, but 90% of the time, you don't want to do that. Still, though, talk about the ultimate one-up revenge there. I mean, frick. Just managed to manipulate her into screwing herself over entirely. Brilliantly played. My brother was on a jury back in the days of MySpace. A woman had been hit by a big rig during foggy weather, and she was suing for a back injury. The last day of the trial, they asked her if she has a MySpace account and brought up her site for the jury to see. I think all profiles were open then. There's a picture of her dancing on the hood of a car, and right next to it is a text exchange of her saying that she shouldn't go out too much because her lawyer says that she has to look injured. Needless to say, she lost that case. It's amazing how many cases get blown up because the defendant is stupid and posts something on social media that completely undermines them. I mean, my goodness, people, stop. If you want to try and get away with something, you have to live up to the story you're trying to peddle. But it does make a lawyer's job significantly easier. That was r/AskReddit, and if you want more funny, badly drawn Reddit, then go ahead and click the link here. Or if you're looking for a funny courtroom stories playlist, go ahead and click the link here. Now you guys stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you all on Wednesday. Until then, stay beautiful, people.